The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, because you can be watching this at any time of the day as your fave chocolate duo, your fave out here duo, your fave duo in general, because at this point, y'all love us.
You know who we be.
Like,
and we love you too, okay?
And that's it, and that's all. Mm-hmm. Not the yes. We got a new button, y'all. We got a yes button. Y'all want to hear it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Welcome to the Healthy Him Show. Okay. We are sponsored by PMN, Pyro Media Network, CDC, who brings the Munty Hunty every week, and APLA Health. The three of them bring us to you. Okay. Live. Okay. We is live
in color. Okay.
Live and in color. How you feeling, co-host?
I'm feeling real good. I was about to go live on Instagram real quick because I was like, let me try something new. We don't never go dual live at the same time. So I was like, let me get a little sneaky peek. Before the sneaky peek.
Not a coronavirus.
It's the goldfish.
Ooh,
I had some goldfish earlier, y'all. Okay. You literally see the goldfish.
So
it got caught in my throat. First of all, where is your mask? Where your mask? See, I wear my mask because I got mine.
But you coughing.
Okay.
But you coughing. I'm not coughing. But anyways, it's your boy Ryan Z from Healthy Him. And
how are you feeling?
Who are you? You want to introduce yourself?
I did. You introduced me. But anyway, I'm Joanne
Sabi
from the Networks program. Okay, your favorite prevention training specialist. All right, because there was another favorite prevention training specialist, but they're no longer here, and they're no longer prevention training specialists. So it's me now.
I feel good. Today's gonna be a good day. I feel it. It's nice outside. I got the coochie cutters on, or I'm be wearing the coochie cutters.
Ooh.
So y'all. And DragCon was this weekend, so it was so much fun. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? I enjoyed myself.
I did.
Coming around looking real cute and cunt.
Okay, period. And that's that on that.
Okay, stilettos.
Pumps
in the club.
Well, we don't know the rest. It's just the main part.
We rockin' stilettos, ho. We rockin' stilettos, ho. We rockin' stilettos, ho. We rockin'.
I cannot. What I'm gonna get beat. Darn. Yes. Okay, they're gonna table. They're gonna table. Okay. But okay. You guys know that I run the initiative Swab and Chill here, at-home HIV testing initiative, where you can get tested in the comfort of your own home. All you have to do is call us or email us at swabandchill@apla.org, or that number right there, that is right there, 323-329.
There it is.
9285, actually, because the extension has changed, but we'll fix that later. It's okay. But nevertheless, you guys can call us or email us, and you'll get your kits to you easily. And as far as, are you really going live?
I'm going live.
He's going live, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
Well, we also have our Healthy Him checklist, y'all. We got flyers today.
Ooh.
So these are flyers. I want to see if y'all can see it. So you can earn up to $50 if you do, the PrEP combo.
Yes.
That's 10.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the HIV testing. That's 15.
Wait, pull it out. It's not focused. It's not focused. Pull it out.
Is it? There we go. Is that better?
It's probably this graphic, child.
It might be. I don't know.
But anyway.
STI testing as well, and that is $25. So in total, that is $50. And then you see the little black man, because it's for Black queer and gay
We
men.
can't see that.
18
We
to
see
39.
a high yellow blur.
Well, I'm sorry, y'all. Well, this is our checklist flyer now, and then we have the barcode. Maybe you could scan it from the video. I don't know. I'll hold it for a couple seconds just in case y'all want to scan it from the video. Go ahead. Let's see if it worked. Let me know if it worked, child. I don't know. But yeah, this is our flyer for our checklist, And then we have our Out Here clinic. Hello. What y'all doing?
Child. So we are booming apparently because even as we speak right now, they are like, hey,
that part.
Can you test this client real quick? And I'm like, I am so sorry. I am live right now. And they're like, you know what? Just block it out of your schedule. And I will.
I cannot.
I will.
I'm screaming.
Just not today.
Okay. Well, in total, the clinic has been open for a month now, and it's been booming for all of us, to be honest. Because, child, we've been getting clients left and right for Healthy Him as well, and I just be like, ooh, wait, okay, we're getting busy. I actually like it though; it keeps me on my toes. We like to be on our toes, okay? But as you know, Linkage to Care, for those who are positive and know your status, Kaylin handles that portion. You guys have seen him in a couple episodes now. He essentially links you to care if you haven't been in care in a while or haven't been in care at all. And he also does artist counseling that he does one-on-one with individuals who, want to just talk and get through the hard times. As well as Project Impact. Oh, I wish I had their flyers. They're kind of a similar thing. You talk about your life and what's going on with you and everything, keeping things up to date and just getting paid to do it pretty much for that. Now let's talk about our groups.
Oh, the groups!
Yeah, let's talk about our groups. Go ahead. What's happening on Tuesday?
Okay, so later today, we have my hip-hop dance class where we be moving and shaking and we be like, whoa. Okay, look, we have a good time. Okay. All right, and that is from 6:30 to 8 p.m. tonight. Okay, so if you are free, come through.
Yes. And then on Thursdays, we have BQT, Black Queer Talk. We got flyers, y'all. We got flyers. BQT, Black Queer Talk. Okay, and it's on both sides. It's the same thing on both sides. But you see how his networks over there, and then Healthy Him right there in the little corner, and then out here because we out here.
Okay, it's a collaborative effort.
Exactly, us did. But yeah, we talk about sex, love, relationships, all the good things in between. Okay, you can message networks or Healthy Him for more information or the location. We do offer refreshments / food as well, and it varies. We can give you a little lasagna, we can give you some wings, we get some pizza.
Yeah, we can get you whatever you need.
We done it all. We done it all. Okay, and we can get you on PEP and PrEP as well. Okay, pre-exposure prophylaxis. If you feel like I want to have raw sex. I want to live my life, but I don't want to catch HIV. Get on PrEP. But that don't prevent STIs, so you better get STI testing as well. Every 3 months, sweetie.
Period. Every 3 months. And I know they be suggesting every 6. No.
Every 3.
Let's go back to the OG with it every 3.
Oh, the big 3 on the court hit them bleachers. Okay, so I said that all wrong, but that's okay because I love my queen and that's all that matters.
It's okay. At least you knew it because I don't know.
I know you didn't, but I corrected myself. But PEP, if you feel like you've been exposed within the last 72 hours, you can get on PEP, post-exposure prophylaxis, where it's like, oh, I have been exposed, or I think I've been exposed to HIV. Then that's like, okay, let me get on these pills to prevent it. But after those 3 days, you won't be able to get on PEP. So you have to be very proactive.
Just be very diligent with it. Like if you was busting it down with no condom, then just go ahead and just see if you just I would just say go get tested and go get the PEP. Unless you're on PrEP already, then you don't really need that. But other than that, if you feel like you have been exposed, then you kind of have to go ahead on and do that.
That part.
Okay. But are we gonna get into the segment?
Yes, let's get into the segment now.
Okay, so what is it called today?
Why is it?
Hold on, we go.
Why you being weird to me?
Yes, say it again.
Being weird. Why you being weird to me?
Yes, why you being weird to me? Okay. Oh my God. When you had the leg up, like
bang, bang, bang. Okay.
Why you being weird to me, y'all? We are talking about I'm not gay, bruh. I don't do that, but I'm not that gay, you know?
Right.
I'm like this type of gay, but I'm not that type of gay.
Right. You know.
It's levels to it, you know what I'm saying? But get into it. Come on, I'm gonna let you run it.
Okay, so let's just get started. It's basically the division amongst like Black women, okay, as a whole, and how everybody wants to be, you know, this certain type of gay, or like, you know, that whole masculine and feminine and everything in between, and whatever people's blend is. But how do you feel like we as Black women have internally segregated ourselves, Ryan?
I feel like we separate ourselves based on either sexual positions or based on energies and personalities, and that's okay because you find your group, you find your, you know, what do they call it, your pack,
right?
You know, you find your tribe. Yes, Wakanda forever. But you find your tribe, and when you do that, you then stick to them and you separate from things. But like me, I'm a Gemini, okay? Y'all know my birthday in 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm a Gemini. So I'm very adaptable. Geminis are like chameleons. We can really adapt in any environment or any community. So that's just how we are. And I feel like we segregate ourselves as Black queer men because it'll be like, you know, all the tops or all the, you know, masculine bros be like, oh yeah, we got our little situation. We cool. Like, got you, bro. Like, cool. But then you got the femmes and then be like, girl, like, I'm with my girl today. Like, hey, we going to the club. Now we about to twerk. Yeah. So yeah, and it's like we looking for the tops, we looking for, you know, the mask daddies, we looking for all of that. Like, gonna be like, yeah, where the mask men at? Where the hood at? You know, where the hood at? Okay, exactly. So then it separates us because it's like, why can't you have it's kind of like how in the straight world they have the whole, oh, guys can't be friends with girls. It's kind of like how mass top can't be friends with a feminine bottom.
That was a really good like comparison. Wow.
Yes, because it's like, why can't a feminine bottom be friends with a mass top? Eventually they might want to fuck each other, but why can't they be friends? Why can't they be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't I don't get it. Like, it don't make sense. And I get like a lot of people think like, you know, girls can't be friends with guys. And I've seen a lot of girls be friends with guys and never had sex. It was like literally that was their bro. And he's like, that's my sis. Like, they literally look out for each other. And that's just how it is. I just think people be so sexual.
And it can be like that too in the queer world, but you know.
It can, but we are very promiscuous and just, yeah. But it just depends on the people. If they're evolved enough to be like, I can have this friendship and not want to have sex with this person, then it's easy. But otherwise, I don't know. What do you think?
I feel like we've just internally segregated ourselves as far as like the whole how gay is too gay, you know? And it's just like at the end of the day, you still having sex with another man. So it's like, can you really go too far?
Okay.
Like, can you really go too far? Like, is there limits? Like, and if so, why? And where did these limits come from? And I think that's how we've kind of internally segregated ourselves. It's kind of just like, where did these limits come from? Like, where are we getting these standards from? Because there's not a lot of people. I be talking with my hands, y'all, but y'all can't see them. But like where did these rules come from? Like, where did we say like, oh, like, you know, that's a little bit much. Like, oh, you got acrylics on, like,
you got stilettos, pumps in the club. Let me stop. The period. We love that. I don't feel like there's no. Like you said, like, you're a man who still is fucking a man. Like, I guess people just don't want. Everybody wants a man's man, and I don't get that.
Because it's attractive. I get it. Like, I get the appeal. Like, we like men. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I think some of the turmoil and the inner turmoil and conflict comes from also like their definition of a man. Like, you know, like, what do you deem a man? Like, it's because
what do you deem as a man?
You know, somebody who handles their business, take care of their bills, take care of their family, take care of their loved ones, you know, about their business, you know. If you are handling all of that, obvious health, wealth, and all of that, you know, got to take care of the temple now. Okay.
Nikki. Wow. It's a Nikki moment.
Then, you know, that is my definition of a man. If you're doing all of those things, I don't really care what you have on externally. You can wear a wig for all I care. Like, you know, if you still identify as a man, then that's what it is. You know. What about you? What's your definition of a man?
I feel like you said, a definition of a man is someone who is emotionally intelligent, and competent, and mentally aware of themselves, and just self-awareness all around, but also really have their stuff together, like knowing, like, I handle my stuff, I handle people around me, and I can protect and do the things I need to do accordingly. Not saying that you always have to protect, because a lot of men feel like they always need to be in protection mode, and that's not true, because you can also be vulnerable with other people as well. Like, you can be safe in someone else's arms. And that's what people need to realize. Like, you can be sensitive, you can be vulnerable. And it's like, that's a man to me. A man who's not afraid to be like, I want to cry on your shoulder right now. Like, come here. Like, can you?
But you know, there's not a lot of people who can create safe enough spaces for their partner or somebody that they're talking to, because they ain't all partners these days. It's just a lot of effing going around. Okay,
that's true.
A lot of fucking. Okay, because we have a disclaimer. Goddamn it.
Okay.
So, you know, it's just. Not a lot of people get stuck in the heteronormativity of things and be like, you're the top. You're not supposed to be crying. Like, I'm supposed to be crying on your shoulder. Right. What are you doing? And then also, but no, because sometimes, you know, there's that other dynamic, but still heteronormative. But they're like, oh, come here, baby, lie on my bosom. Like, it's fine, you know. But I like that kind of like that embrace. But it's still kind of like, I don't know. I wish there was a way that we could embrace each other without it feeling slightly demeaning. You know, like you're being weak. And
I blame society.
Vulnerability is not a weakness.
It's not. That's actually a strong thing to have. Like, to be able to express your emotions and feelings and be like, okay, I can release this and not feel like I'm being shamed in any type of way, shape, or form. And that's just that. When
did you notice the difference in the black queer, like in your black queer brothers? Like, when did you start noticing the division of it all?
I would say when I was about like 11 years old.
Oh, 11? Oh, you've been gay for a minute.
I was gay.
Wow. Well, Ryan.
I've been gay.
Wow, you've been gay.
I've been gay. But no, so no. I realized probably when I started going out to the club.
To the club.
Yeah, I started going out to the club, and I was 15 actually. Yeah, I was 15 going to the club.
Was this before or after you seen your mama in the club?
Okay, we're not spilling my business.
Go to his YouTube channel.
Anyways,
you'll see.
Anyways,
shameless plug.
Thank you. But yeah, I was 15 going to the club. And I just realized it would be a lot of older men there, and we was younger, and they just like, it was a club like for everybody of all ages. So it was a vibe. It was like, yes, we can all turn up. Yeah. But y'all, your boy didn't have an ID at the time, so I would use my birth certificate to get in. I would always bring my birth certificate.
Not your birth certificate.
I'll bring my birth certificate, and I just be like,
you never lost it.
This me. And they'd be like, okay. No, I never lost it. I always had it in my little wallet. But yeah, I would give it to them always.
Okay.
But yeah, I gave it to them. They'd be like, okay, you can go in. And I go in. And then like they was giving us drinks and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I'm 15. I can't be drinking, but give me some. Like, but it was fine. But then I would realize, like, going through the club, I'd be like, okay, so you know, the trade is in that corner. Okay, they hang out over there, you know. Then you got the different type of queens, I guess, quote unquote, in another corner doing their thing. Then it's just like, there's no mingling unless one of the trade want to talk to one of the girls, or vice versa. And
but the trade and the trade be linking up.
That's true as well. That's true as well. But yeah, that's when I was like, okay, so like, just me is a gay bee. Not really a gay bee, but like my first time being out, I guess.
You was a gay bee.
I was
15.
I was out 15? In the public. In the public is what I'm saying.
15.
I was gay before that, okay?
15.
But my first time being out in the public in society, 15? Maybe.
A gay bee.
But anyway.
A gay bee.
Anyways. Yes, I was realizing that they were separated. Okay, I realized it, brother. Go ahead. You take it. You take it.
All right. Well, anyway. So for me, I started noticing it when I started getting on the apps. Like, well, I really was only on Tinder and Jacked. Okay,
Tinder on me.
Like, I was not dibbling and dabbling in anything that I did not think wasn't black. Okay. So with that being said, you know, I started noticing it when I really started getting on jacked, and they were like, you know, mass for mass. I don't do the whole like, ain't your own life feminine, like,
17 for me.
you know, always hitting it. Man, like you mass, like you deal, like you know, I always be like, oh, I'm not deal, I'm private. But, you know, I'm not masculine. I'm like, I'm not mask, but I'm not femme. Like, I'm a nice little blendy blend. And that's when I was just like, I started thinking about, I was like, why does this matter? Why does this matter? Like, why are we getting into this? Like, what is the point? You fucking or not? Sorry.
Nah, I mean, it's facts. Like, that's what you want. You want to have sex. You want to have sex because you saw my body. You saw my body appealing. Why does my personality really matter or my energy?
Right.
Hello? If you really want to...
Bam.
Okay.
All right.
At the end of the day, a mouth is a mouth and a hole is a hole. That's what you came for. Why do you want to worry about my energy?
Right. You asking the wrong questions.
No!
Oh my gosh. Baby! Okay, because I just feel like if a mouth is a mouth, as so many people say, and a hole is a hole, then what's T? What's
right.
Tia?
What is going on?
What's Tia?
What are we doing?
I want to know. I want to know what makes you. I don't want to say the rest.
Oh, okay.
Because it don't fit. But go ahead. Next.
Well, anyway, like, what are some ways we can end the division? Like, let's move past this. Like, how are we going to dead this?
I think we just all need to start getting in different communities. I feel like I like what I see, you know, more masculine men come into spaces that take them out their comfort zone and push them to be like, you know, around individuals who are more feminine and, you know, are more expressive than they have ever been, and acknowledge that, you know, they weren't able to express themselves and their femininity accordingly growing up because of how the Black community is, one, because I blame society for everything, child. But,
you know, society is a big part to blame. However, once we are aware of it and we are, you know, realizing it, it is our duty to change it if we want to.
Yeah, baby.
And that's true.
Well, all right.
And that's just that on that. What do you feel? That's what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your point?
Yeah.
That's it? That's end and closing?
I mean, okay, well, I just really feel like it's just taking accountability. Accountability is a big thing.
Okay, there we go.
So, you know, taking accountability for what you were taught and what was basically subconsciously pushed on us as children, as far as like, you know, growing up in a cishet world.
Come on.
Okay. So always seeing like, oh, you know, you got a girlfriend, da. Oh, you can stop that crying stuff, you know, man up, child, at 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, child, I just want to play with my Legos.
Or my Barbie dolls.
Or okay, hey,
The
you got them. I mean, I was playing with the Barbies, but low key, I was getting them naked and making them bump.
Okay, you was one of them kids.
I was.
Child, no. I was doing her hair. I was making sure all her fashions was up to par. I was like, no, she not. My cousins would be like, no, let's put this on. I liked the cars,
though.
The cars was cute. The cars was cute. But my cousins be like, no, like, put this on her. I'm like, no, that's ugly. Put this dress on her and put these shoes on her. She cute now. Now she going to the club. I was like, she going out. Didn't know where she was going, but I would walk her like this. I'd be like... across the little what's the name, the carpet that we had.
Cute.
It was cute. Lil Ryan was so cute. Oh, I miss him. He ain't here though. But anyway, next on the deck, what are some potential roadblocks that we have faced or might have faced?
The girls that want to be accepted by the straight so bad, they are in the way. They are in the way. And I'm specifically talking about the DLs who are out, but not out to everybody. I'm talking about the ones that want to be like, that want to take on the heteronormative world and try to transcend it to the gay world as far as like being the man. Although you're both men, I don't really understand that. But I mean, hey, there are some of the squirrels that, you know, want that. So, I mean, there's a lane for everybody, but I just feel like it's not as progressive as we think it is. And even in those relationships, I can see, it looks a little ashy. I can see that some of the people are not happy. You know, they're not satisfied. And it's most of the time, it's the femmes The femmes are not satisfied. But also it could be it's some of the masks as well. Like some of the masks are not satisfied as well because sometimes it gets hard being the man all the time. Like, you know, carrying the groceries up and stuff and like taking care of all the car things and like just doing all of the things that the quote unquote like male role like or the masculine role is supposed to do. Like,
who said that they was doing that though? Because a lot of tops or masculine presenting men who are not like that. It'd be the femmes who'll be like, I got it, I'm independent, your girl. And it's just like, I can do it. I don't need you to do it. I'm cool. It's certain things that they may need help with, but otherwise, we good. Okay, if I don't know how to change a tire, you could do that. You got it. Baby, if I don't feel like shoveling snow, I would do it, but I don't want to. You can do that. If I don't feel like, you know, getting the oil change, you could do that. I could go get it, but you could go get it. You know what I'm saying? But carrying my groceries, I could do that. Would I want you to do it? Yes. But can I do it? Yes. And will I do it? Yes.
Well, yes.
Okay. And that's just that on that.
But
like,
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that like
I just had to stand up for my, you know, my feminine presenting and feminine energy girls out there, because I feel like you was coming for them for a second, saying like they need to depend on a man to like the masculine ones to do everything, and that's not true.
There are some femmes that
INDEPENZENC. Do you know what that means?
There are some femmes
who are INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, without the IN in the beginning.
Don't do that.
It's true.
No.
Yes. No. First of all,
there are, and that I mean,
they're out there.
And those are the ones that I was talking to.
Okay, well, be more specific.
I was. You the one that got offended. So
no, I wasn't. I was just making sure I represented for my peoples. We have represented for all platforms here. Okay, but go ahead. Be more specific.
Like the ocean.
Yeah.
Wet. Been that.
I cannot. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's honestly just it for me. It's like the part of the community that wants to stay in that era and in that like mindset of heteronormativity of like, you know, you're gonna be the boy and I'm gonna be the girl.
That's fair. Okay, I'll take that. Roblox, I feel like I gave a good sense of what I felt as far as Roblox, because I feel like people always making it seem like those who are feminine, or because I feel like we had a conversation about this recently, those who are feminine presenting or has just a lot of feminine energy in them are always a damsel in distress. Like they need help me, I'm worthless, or I'm selfless, or whatever. I need you to help me, and I'm weak, like in a sense. And it's like, no. It's just good to know that you have that backbone and support. But honestly, like, we can do it ourselves. Like, especially for my girls who also didn't grow up with a father. Hello, that is I. If you didn't grow up with a father.
I had no daddy around when I was growing up. Okay. That's why I don't give a...
That part. So...
Shout out to you.
I just feel like we can do it ourselves. We grew up without that male figure. We don't need that male figure. It's nice to have that, to know that there is another man, especially a black man.
But you know, for me, myself.
But yeah.
Okay,
go ahead.
I like to think that I was created for a special purpose. Okay.
Yes, and that's the thing.
And that is to be like, once I realized that I didn't need no man for nothing, like I decided to be my own man. Like, you know, it's very similar to like what single black women raising kids go through anyway. Like, you know, you learn to do on your own. Like, you just, and honestly, as a man, I feel like there are certain things that we really just need to know in general. Like, why do we not know how to do this stuff? Like, just because we gay don't mean we ain't got to know how to, like, you know, all the things that you mentioned, like change a tire, like change some oil, like, you know, fix the toilet. Because a lot of the stuff is real simple and the resources are there. We have the internet. We have YouTube. We have Google. There are several different examples as to how we can figure it the fuck out if we need to. Okay? There is no excuse as to why we shouldn't be providing for ourselves and being like, I don't want to learn. Like, I need to, I just want him to do it. Like, why can't you just do it? No.
I feel like a part of that comes from us always having to do things by ourselves. And that's another thing in the Black community. Like, we feel like, okay, I always got to do it. I do it all the time. Yes, I'm independent, but like, you want to have somebody to be there. Like, you want to be like, okay, I know that he'll do it for me, or I know that he can do it, and he will. So it's like, it's cool. And I just feel like, although there is that, oh, I've been independent, I didn't have a father growing up, so I do this myself. We got to be more open to being like, okay, like, don't do everything yourself. Like, I feel like we always have that. I can do it. I'm good.
I mean, look, listen.
If you can do it, you can do it. But
I
honestly,
feel like you need to know how to do it on your own. But if somebody comes into your life and they want to do it for you out of the kindness of your heart, not because they think you're a damsel or not because they think you need them,
yes,
then by all means, allow yourself that space to be like, you know what? I deserve this assistance and this love that is being provided to me in this form.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't know how to accept it, that just means, y'all gotta, work on yourselves, work on your healing, and get yourselves together to know that you deserve whatever is being given to you in the most positive ways. If it's negativity, block that. Okay.
Period.
Block
and
it.
On that note, we're going to take a short commercial break,
Yes,
and we'll be right back with the lips and the melanin still popping, okay?
Are you in need of a quick and easy way to know your HIV status? Swab and Chill is a discreet way to learn your status in the comfort of your own home. The process gives you results in 20 minutes. Swab the upper gums, swab the lower gums, and voila! Simply follow the colorful step-by-step instructions located inside the kit. Or call APLA and we can assist you virtually. In addition, all kits include condoms and lube for that penetrative fun. For our trans clients, we have Swab and Chill Plus, a customizable kit for trans-specific needs. And we haven't forgotten about COVID either. All kits include personal protection gear, like face masks, comfortable yet stylish. A personal touch tool for dealing with those germ-infested handles and ATM keypads. Wet wipes for those little messes that need cleaning up. Also, keep that summer body protected with Swab and Chill sunscreen. And don't forget about our fanny packs for those quick trips to the store. All this can be yours. Simply call Swab and Chill at 323-329-9713 or email us at swabandchill@apla.org. We would love for you to be part of our Swab and Chill family.
Come swab and chill with us!
We're back in the building. Back again. Back to back, made back, stack the M's. Why you being weird to me? I don't understand.
No!
Okay. I don't understand. We is talking about why you being weird to me. The division of Black queer men, y'all. Why is it like, I'm gay, but I'm not that gay? Why is it, oh, I don't hang out with the femmes for real. I don't hang out with the bottoms. Oh, you a bottom? I can't be friends with you for real. Like,
right.
And it's like, okay, I don't understand. But let's get back into it. Why do you feel queer relationships and friendships reflect how you see the world?
Do I feel that my queer friendships reflect how I see the world? In short,
No, I cannot.
because
Elaborate.
I hang out with all types of queer people. I hang out with the bottoms. I hang out with the verses. I hang out with
you?
the tops of all kind.
So
Masculine, feminine,
are we defining people solely on their sexual
and all
positions
of them in
or
between.
energies?
It's a little bit of both too, because just because your sexual position doesn't mean that you're masc or femme. I was just saying that I hang out with all types of people, all types of sexual positions.
Okay.
And what I am saying is they have all types of different beliefs. Okay.
That's true.
And so,
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
dang. And so, your eye okay?
Go ahead.
Anyway, so
No! Give me a one! Give me a yeah!
Anyways, go ahead, John.
anyways, so like I was saying, I was rudely interrupted. They have all different kinds of different opinions and energies and things like that, and some of them I take into consideration because it's always good to get different perspectives and different experiences, even if they're not your own, because 9 times out of 10 you're not going to experience everything, especially if that's not something that you're really into. But that doesn't mean that you can't gain the perspective from said people, because it brings a whole different dynamic to it when you're on the other side of the fence, when you're interacting with people who are like your friends, and it just adds a different respect level to it. What do you think?
I feel like based on my experiences, I do actually. I do feel like I base it upon some of my friendships, at least, because I know like we all hang out with different people. Like I said, Gemini is myself, very adaptable. Like any environment you throw me in, I will adapt and like I'll be cool for the most part. Unless it's just unsettling and like a bunch of white people. But for the most part, all my friends aren't like me, but they're either, bottoms versus bottoms. There's like one top, but he be like a verse top because it just depends on how you feeling one day or whatever. But the thing is, you
got a pretty diverse friend group.
I do. But for the most part, when it comes to energies, we all have the same energy. So it's just like, yeah, you can be this one way. That's why I said, why do we define by the sexual positions? Because yeah, you can be one way with sexual positions, but like energy wise, we all are like the same. Like it's giving yes, be like fuck it, bro. So it gives all of that. And I just feel like when I see that, it's like, yeah, this like makes sense, because like, yeah, you could be a different type of sexual position, top, bottom, verse, whatever you want to be. But when it comes to energies, you linger to your flock, you linger to your tribe. Like that is who you feel most comfortable around. And that's just how the division begins. It's like, this is my tribe. Like, although we do different things behind closed doors, at the end of the day, we have the same energy and we get that energy. Like we can twerk down together and not be judged or because if we're around trade and it was like all of us or a couple of us were trade, it would be like, oh, like he probably want to smash or they want to smash, or like they probably want to dance on each other and all that other shit. Like we dance on each other, but it's giving like girl on girl action. It's giving like, yeah, we bumping purses type of vibe. Like, yeah, if a bump, people don't know what bumping purses is. Basically like when two bottoms are basically like, doing the things, doing the do. Kind of like two tops when they like, because they can't really have sex because they're both tops. They like, jerk each other off. They do the little things. I don't know what they call that for y'all, but for the bottoms, they call it bumping purses.
I feel like it's still bumping purses.
It's not, because y'all like not bumping purses.
I mean,
I think that's where the analogy comes from, like the femininity. Like they're basically targeting the femininity of bottoms.
I mean, yeah, but I just think it's like it's just like DL men. Like it's just not talked about. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like masculinity is so fucking fragile. It's so annoying. Mm-hmm. But it's just like I feel like it's the same thing as bumping purses, and I feel like that's why it doesn't have a name, because it's not talked about. Like it's just not supposed to exist. Like two tops are not supposed to be finagling together. And
neither are two bottoms, so they say, but like
no, because like you said, it's the same thing as like girl on girl action. Like that is fetishized versus two tops.
I would love to see two tops. Okay, I
have
fantasized about many two tops.
We know,
we know.
So she's a hoe.
No.
No.
Okay.
We need a maybe, but
I cannot. But I feel like for y'all, since like target the masculinity of two bottoms messing with each other, and that's bumping purses. I feel like for tabs, it would be a more masculine spectrum. So like, since it's a purse that's more feminine, I think of a masculine thing. Maybe like bumping hammers. You don't like it? They bumping hammers. You know, that's a masculine thing. Y'all be doing, y'all know the work.
But see, that goes into the whole like
heteronormativity.
Segregation thing.
The heteronormativity as well.
It's still bumping right.
It's the heteronormativity. Y'all bumping hammers. Y'all bumping tool belts. Oh, I like that. Bumping tool belts. I'm going to use it. I don't care. I'm starting it.
A lot of these tops don't even know how to cook, let alone fix something.
Oh, okay. You never know. But the masculine energy is the target of it all.
They ain't never seen a toolkit in their life.
But the masculine energy is the whole point of it all. It's just like the fact that masculine men, quote unquote, are supposed to, you know, fix things and do all that. It's the heteronormativity. It's the irony of it. Y'all, I love a good irony, okay? It's the irony of it all. It's like, oh, so masculine man supposed to do that. Okay, so you fix stuff. Okay, get your tool belt. Let's bump tools. Tool belts. We're bumping tool belts.
But they fix, but they mouth to have the audacity.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. I wish I had my water tipsy. Imaginary, baby. But anyway, how does self-hate affect / reflect one's connection to the Black queer community?
You have to know and be aware. Like, it just all goes back to awareness. You have to be aware of like what is considered to be like self-hate, you know.
Speaking to the mic.
What do you say?
There we go.
Y'all can hear me.
Speak it.
But anyway, I just I don't feel like people.
Think about it.
It's hard. It's matter of fact.
It's been
a little skateboard P, okay?
And the pimps in the crib, man. Drop it like it's hard. Drop it like it's hard. Drop it like it's hard. Go ahead. Continue. Okay. I'm sorry.
But yes.
Oh, he was in the okay, period.
It's just. It's hard to say because the self-hate comes from, you know, growing up in a heteronormative cis world, like I said.
Why are you blocking me?
I'm not blocking you. They can see you.
Yeah, but like you just crawled across in my body.
Because it's really, I had to think on this, and I think it really just comes from growing up in a cis-het world where, you know, gay is not okay, you know? And so,
that's fair.
You know, when you have these feelings and you're growing up in a Black, in a stereotypical Black family, you know, where it's just like, you're not supposed to be doing that gay stuff. It's just kind of like, what's wrong with me? Like, what am I doing wrong? What am I, like, why do I feel this way? Like, why can't I get rid of these feelings, et cetera, which is why we have so high, like such high suicidal rates in like queer children, et cetera, et cetera.
That's true.
You know, and so with that being said, it's also directly linked to respect. And so in order, they feel like certain Black queer men, in order to gain respect, they feel like they have to subscribe to the, you know, cis-het masculine role because that is the head of household. He is the one who gets respect. He is the one who gets to call the shots, like, you know, and everybody looks to him for guidance and leadership and, you know, protection and, you know, providing. And so with that being said, like, if you are naturally feminine, sometimes growing up when that is not accepted or embraced, you know, you tend to take the toxicity of the masculinity instead of like seeing it as, you know, seeing the good in masculinity, if that makes sense. And because, you know, because when you're femme or when you're naturally femme growing up, a lot of the times, like, you are condemned by, you know, hyper masculine roles. And so all you see is like them, you know, berating you, you know, so you just take that on. And in turn, like, it's the kick the cat syndrome, basically. Like, you just end up, you know, repeating the cycle onto somebody else. And, you know, it goes on and on and on and on until you realize, like,
on and on and on and on.
Exactly.
Like a rolling stone.
Okay, come on, Cypher. But yes, so it just keeps continuing, and that's how we get to where we are today. But what do you think self-hate has to do with you know, one's connection to the Black queer community?
I think it
Not it.
reflects essentially how we build friendships, as you I think briefly mentioned. We can't fully build genuine friendships because of how our parents or family or society in general feels about certain things, which is being queer in one way, shape, or another. So then they tell you, okay, well, if you're going to do that, even if they do accept it, if you're going to do that, like, don't have that around me, or don't have it around this person or that
Or don't
person.
have it around your little brother, sister.
Yeah, and then it's like you can't be your genuine self, but you also can't build the friend group that you would really want. So then you feel like you have to bring only masculine men around who, like, you know, the friend, they probably just think, you know, that's my friend, like, you know, but the whole time, like, that could be your that could be the top, or that could be your bottom. Hello.
Okay, but
it could be whoever.
No shade. When I was definitely bringing my little friend around, my first little boo thing boyfriend or whatever, you know, they was definitely like, him, he's a little like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, you know, he cool.
Was he masculine?
No.
Oh, feminine.
Yeah, I would say it was a little bit of both. Like, he could give both, but it was definitely given like sassy.
Oh.
Attitude.
Wow. Oh no. Sign?
Aquarius.
Well,
smart.
Okay.
Self.
Anyway, I would say, yeah, it doesn't make people want to really be themselves, and that's what hinders us as a whole. Like, you just feel like, well, I have to go find this masculine man to bring home to look like my friend that I could potentially be getting topped by or topping. It just depends.
Because I've done both.
It just depends. I don't know, but that's how I feel.
Well, what's the line between like preference and blatant disrespect / like self-hate? Like, where is the fine line between like, okay, this is my preference, and just being like, no, I don't do that gay shit, nigga. Oh, sorry. I don't do that gay shit, ninja.
I'm taking my word.
Sorry, we on the air. I can't be saying that.
I feel like preference comes with like saying, you know, I don't date people who don't have facial hair. Like, you're handsome, but I don't date people with facial hair. That's okay. That's a preference. That is a preference. Saying I don't date Black people is also a preference, but borderline racist.
Borderline.
Exactly. But it's still a preference. Like, I get that. Like, some people be like, okay, yeah, because I don't date white people. That's a preference. Like, I don't date white people. I don't have sex with white people. That is my own personal preference. Yeah. And that's okay. And I'm not racist because maybe Black people can't be racist.
I guess that's true. That. But I don't know.
It's just on how you, like, verbalize it.
That's true. I mean, I don't necessarily intentionally not date white people, but
I do.
I will say,
I don't want it. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. That I definitely don't gravitate towards our white counterparts. Now, if they approach me and they sound good and they talking right, you know, shout out to Destiny's Child, then I might give them a shot because, you know, I feel like everybody has the opportunity to show me something different and show me something new. So
the start of something.
I'm not necessarily cut off to.
This happens every week. I just feel like at this point.
But yes. I lost my train of thought.
I thought you did. That's why I'm help you sing it up, girl.
But what I was saying basically is just like, I guess that would be a preference.
It is a preference, but the thin line between preference and then I feel like the self-hate / disrespect, blatant disrespect, is saying, you know, I don't date ninjas, as you said. I don't date fats. I don't date femmes. I don't date. And then on the other spectrum, because there's some bottoms who be doing at the top sometimes, they be like, oh, I don't date uncut. Like, you want to top me, you got to cut that snip. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of one of those people. But still, I don't do it. That's a preference, but that's a preference. That's a preference. Oh, my throat. Girl, she's losing her voice during the show. Wait a second.
Yes.
Wait a second.
All right. Well,
Give me a
anyway.
second. Okay, hold on. He's back.
For
This is
the
why I have
last
water on
time,
standby.
no.
This is why I always have water on standby, y'all, because child.
Okay, I don't know.
I be
where it
singing
is.
my little heart out on my way to work, and child, clearly today I really went there. I did hit my notes this morning, though. I did hit them. I hit all the good notes. I hit the real high ones that Jennifer Hudson be hitting. I hit the woo. I hit them, but like I was saying, it's a preference. I personally am not attracted to those who have circumcised, you know, or uncircumcised. There we go. You know, penises. So they say. Like I feel like it's like a turtleneck. That's what I call them, turtlenecks. I mean, it's okay if that's your judge. That's your judge. Go off. I just personally, for me, just don't like those. And that's a preference. But blatant disrespect is being like, oh yeah, I don't date uncut, like you dirty. It's probably like hella must in there, bacteria. That's nasty. Delete, block. It's like, oh, you gotta do all that. Like, calm down. I would just respectfully.
I be thinking it.
I just respectfully tell you.
I be thinking it.
I respectfully tell you that's not my preference, and you go on about your business. Like, I hope you find, like, you know, the bottom you're looking for. Like, that's it. And then I go about business. Other people, they be like, no, block, delete, you dirty as fuck. Why you got that? Cut that shit off. Don't send me that. I'm like, oh my God, that's nasty. And if you don't name black people, again, a preference. Borderline racist again, but it's still a preference. And then the blatant disrespect spectrum is like, you being like, I don't date ninjas. I don't date, you know, darkies. Or I don't date this and that. Like, it's been so many things that people have said.
Excuse me?
To us black folks.
Somebody better not ever say that to me.
And it's just like,
I'm calling the cops.
Sweetie,
I'm calling the cops.
Up, okay? So
you're going to jail.
That's what I feel. That's that on that. That's
well, I'll just make my insurance speak to the point. I feel like the difference between blatant disrespect and self-hate and preference is basically just like, I don't date black people because they're aggressive. Like
that too.
I feel like that is a projection that is blatant disrespect and self-hate because
I've heard a black
that is
that
is a generalization of the community. And
we've heard a black person say that.
She's so shady. Anyway,
I just don't understand.
So I feel like that is a blatant disrespect / self-hate versus, but that is also a direct reflection of that, you know, of a person's upbringing / surroundings, you know, like if that's what they get, if that's what they received from the black community most of the time growing up, then that's we can't knock them for that.
But you can't put them all under the umbrella, especially as a black man saying that I don't want to date another black man because they're aggressive. Oh, so you want to be what good old Al over there, or mother freaking what they call them, Stams and freaking whatever. You want to be with him. You want to be with him. You want him to be your little slave master and bend you over and do all that other stuff.
Goodness.
Because that's where the history comes from. And if you really want to get into the history of that, we can take that to another show. Okay? But the thing is, like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Exactly. That's exactly what it was. So I just don't understand why we do that.
Well, moving on along, but what advice would you give someone trying to be more open to building healthy friendships / relationships with the black queer male community?
I feel like I just feel like if you really want to create a real relationship or friendship in the black queer community, step outside your comfort zone.
What does that mean? Until
you step outside your comfort zone, you will not find truly what you're looking for or your true authentic self, as I always tell y'all. I feel like meaning mostly don't always feel like, oh yeah, because I'm masculine, I gotta be with like masculine guys so that I won't feel like, you know, blah blah blah, like, or feminine, like, oh, I gotta be all around my girls all the time, like I ain't gonna try to be cool.
I love dating girls,
and it's like, no, like mix and mingle.
I have. Okay. That's how I know I like dating girls.
It's okay if you like dating the girls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm screaming. I feel like if we get more mixed and mingling, there would be less judgment. People might have things to say because gay people are always going to talk, okay? Gay people are always going to talk. In the black queer community, we always going to talk. But I feel like there'll be less judgment to being like, oh, well, this group is over here, this group is over here. It's like, no, we all mix and mingle. We all having a good time. We all having fun. It's all good vibes, sweetie. All good vibes. And that's good what we all about.
Good vibes.
Only want
good vibes, good vibes.
Thank you. And that's it. Because it's like, if we don't have good vibes, it's not gonna happen. And we could have good vibes if people just stay on like good vibes. Like, why does it have to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna have sex, or oh, like I don't hang with this group, or I don't hang with that group? Like, no, like that's all mix and mingle. Like, why you being weird to me? Let's be friends. We both Black, we both queer. What is the issue?
Well, my advice would be
Yes,
just follow your gut and follow it. Listen to your body. You know, I mean, yes, it's good. Like Ryan said, mix and mingle. But at the end of the day, you know yourself. You know what feels good to you, and you know what doesn't feel good to you, and you know what you like and what you don't like. So pay attention to that, but also pay attention to like, because we are definitely creatures of habit, and so we may, you know, not accept something from some other person, but still like project that same energy onto somebody else. So make sure that you are also being aware and checking your own energy as far as like what you're putting out there, because you know, maybe you're getting it because you're putting it out there. You attract what you put out. Okay. So if you're putting out that ugly ass heteronormativity, then guess what you're going to get back.
This is true. And mess that on that. All in all, we hope you guys learned something today and took some lessons, you know, and just stop being weird to each other. Let's all mix and mingle and be friends. Let's be friends. We can switch and be friends.
Live and let live. If somebody wants to be femme, let them be femme. Somebody wants to be masked, let them be masked.
If somebody wants to be both, they can be both.
And yeah, and that, I mean, if that doesn't necessarily sit well with you, that does not mean that you have to, you know, hang out with said, you know, person and or friend group, you know, agree to disagree and move on. Like, we are not God. We cannot change people.
And mess that on that.
And it's not our job to.
Mess that on that. It's your fave duo saying bye.